You guys hear me? I actually genuinely cannot tell where the disconnect is happening. Am I live? I am live. That doesn't make any sense. Okay. I was told OBS disconnected, and now I'm back. From outer space. Okay. We're gonna go back. Why? Listen, Twitch. Not now. King Mickey is here. Don't. Somewhere Twitch is doing the fucking. Oh, Kingdom Hearts 47 and a half over your mom. Just like the series. Don't do this to me. Childish.
You mentioned the door to darkness?
Yes, sir. You see, we're looking for the secret password.
Password? Oh, I guess you mean like a code. Well, the door to darkness can
OBS
only be
did.
opened by
OBS was
seven
like, "This is
princesses.
overdone.
There's Snow
Get out."
White, Jasmine, and Belle.
Of course.
I have to start the game over.
What
Well,
are
hold
you
on. Let's
trying
not
to
be
do?
too hasty.
With that password, we can get access to Ansem's research data.
So that means you might be able to find out where he is.
Stop joking around, Your Majesty. We already defeated Ansem. You know that.
Looks like I've got a lot of explaining to do.
Okay, but first I've got a question.
Hey,
Where's Riku,
isn't
Bucko?
Tron waiting for you guys?
Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. If those Heartless attack, I'll stand and fight with everybody here.
Yeah, we will too.
Then let's talk more later.
That's a promise.
I'll
I should
see
take
you
an
when you get
intentional
back.
death somewhere to show you guys Mickey, huh? Nah, I'm not gonna. Let me give your clothes some new powers, Sora. Excuse me? He's just like, here, let me give you master form. I don't remember this exchange of dialogue at all. I know this is where you get it, but I have no recollection of Mickey's actual dialogue being, here is master form, goodbye. Alright, fair enough. Thanks, King. I'm watching my own stream and it looks okay. You guys will have to tell me if things get bad. Mickey rules. What a guy. Mel, only you'll understand this. Everybody will understand it, but only you'll understand it. We're like on the topic of like seeing discourse and deciding not to engage. I was seething. I see a tweet that says, "What if someone just played Cage 1, 2, 3, and 4?" And I was looking at it and I was like, then they'll play 4 very good JRPGs. That's what they're like. They'll die. Like, what do you want? What happens if you read Harry Potter books 1, 5, and 7? You'll miss some stuff, right? That's how sequential storytelling works. But that was a normal question from a normal human being. The reply was, "This is so convoluted, no one can even figure out an order to play these things."
Game grip?
And someone replied with an image, and it said, "This is the release order of the games. Just play them in release order. It's the only thing that makes sense." The next reply said, "Are you an idiot? This has
Well then,
days
get on with it.
before Coded, even though Coded was released before Days and Birth by Sleep. Obviously, it's not that simple." That tweet, insulting the person who said to play in release order, and saying Recoded came out before Days, had 400 likes. That's a lie. that's legitimately factually incorrect. That's not like I'm a fan of the series and have an opinion. That's just wrong. The order of the games was Days, followed by Birth by Sleep, followed by Recoded, and that is in fact the order you should play them. But like, the facts of the situation were irrelevant. It was just like, it didn't matter. It just didn't matter. 400 likes. I was seething. I was like, why can you just be publicly wrong and nobody stops
Like we
you?
can escape through there.
It's not fair. I would have thought that, Mel, but they explicitly used Recode. Nobody's suggesting people go back in time and play the mobile phone game, right? It's Recoded always. And that's what they were typing. I mean, what happened is this very wrong person probably looked up coded, like you're saying, the phone game, and just made an assumption. Because at least 50% of this discourse comes from people that don't play the series and just want to be heard online. I could have. Why can you just be wrong on the internet and no one stops you? I was so mad. I can't. I was actually upset. I was just like, but why? He's not right. I don't get it. That's made up. Oh my goodness. It's like my money back guarantee, man. I maintain it to this day and I refuse to even hear a word to the contrary. If your thing about Kingdom Hearts is that you think its story is going to be tough to follow, here's my instruction to you. Play all the video games in the series in the order that they told you to play them. If after that, after you complete Melody of Memory, you still have some questions, that's going to be normal, because Kingdom Hearts has things like plot twists and characters with, changing motivations and other things that might confuse people on their first go-through of any media. But I promise, you're going to ask questions like, so how do the events of Kingdom Hearts 1 work with the implication that the Keyblade chooses its wielder when it makes it seem in Birth by Sleep like Terra specifically bequeathed his Keyblade to Riku? You're not going to ask, who is Shion? Because who is Shion is a dumb question that you only have if you don't play the games. The other one, that's a whole other
I don't
vibe.
understand. Why are you here?
We came to give you the password.
Why didn't you just transmit the data?
Transmit?
Tron is literally just saying words. What does it
Hey,
mean?
are you okay?
I'll be all right.
Why don't you transmit
Once
the
we
data?
access the DTD.
It's like, bro, nobody has to like the things. Like what you like, be who you are, embrace joy if you can. Just, I don't know, man. Try not to fall too far into the memes. Is that fair? Is that a fair statement? Try not to work yourself into a shoot. Can we leave now? Tron, I don't remember the sequence of this stuff. Oh no, wait, we gotta get to the DT. We talked about this.
Yeah. Yeah. Light. Let's go. Yeah. Take this. Yeah.
Lightning crystal. Hang on. Shouldn't they be like digital shadows? What is this? Those are just regular Shadow Heartless. No, I don't agree. What do you mean? I'm choosing to level limit, but I genuinely, it doesn't matter, and I actually don't need to use any of the giant forms. TBH. But I'm gonna want dodge rings. I'm gonna want aerial dodges too, but this is just not even remotely a smart place to level master, which is why I'm not using it. See, the Soldier Heartless got dressed up. What the heck, Shadows? Lazy. D&D update. Played again and your level 2 party of 5 got taken to the cleaners by a... Uh-huh. I'm going to ask you to tell that story because one skeleton beat up 5 of you? How'd that happen? What did you do? I think the KH is convoluted meme is born directly from the games coming out on a bunch of disparate consoles. To say there's just one origin of the meme is like, you know, there's plenty of it. For everything that someone will phrase that sounds very legitimate, as someone who likes the series, I don't think I'm gonna like find purchase with it. In 2006, when the community was having this conversation, the two game consoles were the PlayStation 2 and the GBA. Like, and I'm not like, I'm saying like this conversation about Kingdom Hearts being on too many consoles was happening when this game was released for the first time. The Game Boy Advance and the PS2 were hardly like the fucking Virtual Boy. Like, they were hardly these little known indie game companies that were coming out. And today, they sell you a bundle that gives you all the games. It's literally called all in one, with movies for the ones that are bad that you wouldn't want to play anyway. So, like, what's the deal now? If you want to play the games, you can buy them on PC. All of them. And play them in order. But, like, it's another one of those things about being on the internet that, like, once you start explaining, you've already lost. Like, it's not... Anybody who's like, Kingdom Hearts is too convoluted, it's on all these dumb consoles, how can they expect anyone to follow it? If I say you can buy all of them on any current generation console, they're selling a bundle, they're not going to go, oh, well, now I'm going to stop posting KH's convoluted memes, I'm just going to play the games and enjoy them. No, they don't care. No point does that matter. They're just going to keep it up because that's how memes work. So it's like, well, you know. Life's life, then. What do you want from me? This is actually a mini-game room. Heartless will spawn here infinitely until you freeze all 3 monitors. Speed run strats are, in fact, to do some grinding in here, which is what I'm doing. Because you have unlimited guys. I'm going to try and get one more level on limit out of this. And I succeeded.
I'm as good as new. All my functions have been restored.
Oh boy!
I have no idea how much all-in-one costs. I've never looked at it because I don't.
Finally,
If it's $200, I'm sorry. That sounds like a lot. I had no idea it was that expensive. What those people mean. I think you're implying good faith, where I genuinely don't believe there is it.
Let's see how it performs.
Because the other, I mean, if you made the decision in 2008 or whatever that GBA and PS2 was too many consoles for you to keep up with the series, why are you still talking to me in 2022?
That should buy us some time.
Tron,
At this
tell us
point,
what's going
you either
on.
play it on a compilation like
MCP's
everyone
loading a
else,
hostile program into
or
the
get
Iron
off my
Tower.
timeline. There's no in between.
What do we do?
We've got to protect the user town.
But back in 2009, I had to buy a PSP. Too bad. Speedrun strats. I knew to end the fight before the limit gauge ran out, so I would have a full drive bar. I know what I'm doing. I'm plugged into this game, bro. I'm undefeatable. Cool. The skeleton had a bomb and no other weapon. First round, you threw the bomb, hit your wizard, nearly killed the cleric. Cleric's at level 2 have 2 hit points. Our cleric at level 13 has 2 hit points, so doesn't surprise me at all. You missed 3 attacks in a row. Oh no! And your paladin missed. That's the funny thing about CR, about challenge rating is it doesn't account on you rolling low, and that is always a possibility. Unfort. It rolled a 20, and getting back up, the wizard got knocked out again. Poor wizard. GG. And then the skeleton took his dagger and crit you with it. So the 5 of you were just getting trucked by Skelly from Hades. GG. Unfort. You did your best. Tron is your favorite Disney party member? Really? He's a sweet boy. I like Tron. Oh, stop. Got him. Your cleric healed the wizard back up. Then he got the idea to use his earth magic to make a hole under the skeleton. Okay, that makes sense. Then the skeleton made the save, grabbed the wizard, and threw him in the swamp. So you guys were having a full Benny Hill routine over there. Unfort. Press F. It's a good thing there weren't 2 of them. You guys wouldn't have made it.
Okay.
You did minimum eye level Praetorium again. You wiped to Ultima 4 times. So wait, I thought they built Ultima out into its own trial. Is it like you fight Gaius, you fight Ultima that first time, and then gets its own trial? How does that work? I never remember how this works. I think you just leave, right? Yeah, okay. There are 3 other low-level undead, but the one that was a problem.
I'm disappointed in your program.
Get the whole fight trying
Why
to
do
hit
you
you, miss
insist
it.
on
Unfort.
with these selfish
We fought ghosts way back in the day when we were around that level.
Because I want to help them.
We had
Something
magic
written
weapons,
into
so it
my
wasn't too
code
tough.
commands me to do what is right.
Really? And what command would that be?
I can't really say for sure.
Friends, they help each other. That's all.
The PSP is a meme console, but I had several games for
look
it
out.
and enjoyed it. Frankly, just in terms of hours spent and games I liked, I liked my PSP more than I probably liked my 3DS. But that's because I bought 3 Pokemon games for 3DS and I didn't like any one of them. I liked Fire Emblem. I didn't like Smash Bros. On 3DS either. Dream Drop Distance. Yeah, I'm actually willing to move that to a pretty firm, actually. I liked my PSP more than I liked my 3DS. That's a hot take, but it's mine. Okay. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Wisdom. I didn't realize I didn't have Goofy, and I was going too fast. Stop that. I am literally the world's biggest geek right now. I wish I did Valor Form like I meant to.
Running executable. Access approved.
It might be. I mean, I don't know. PSP's a mean console. There's nothing to me that entrenches me further in an opinion than when I know that off the cuff people are likely to disagree with it. Because if you're doing it off the cuff, then what the fuck is it? Bop. Tron's Limit is super rad. You're 100% correct. I really like it. Let's see. What are my PSP games? Crisis Core, which is like not that great, but it had a fun ride. Tactics War of the Lions, which I really liked. I liked Final Fantasy Tactics. Dissidia Final Fantasy. The original Dissidia is an S tier game. I loved that game. Love that game more than some Blood Relatives. Birth by Sleep, which I really enjoyed. That might be
I
it.
really owe you one. With all my functions up and running, I think I've got a chance of getting system control away from the MCP.
Yeah, that might be it.
Now, I'd better get to work. It's what my user would want.
I played Final Fantasy VIII on my PSP because I thought it was neat to have it on the go. I just transferred it over from my PS3 at the time.
We didn't get the password from Ansem. We
I think
just sort
that's
of
it.
found it back in the user world by accident. And one more thing, Ansem, he was our enemy. I mean, he still is, I guess.
You bought a Vita?
Well, actually,
They didn't release Kingdom Hearts on the Vita, so
He's my
there was nothing
enemy,
I could
too.
do about that.
What do you mean?
Ansem took Encom's original system and customized it for his own use. I was part of the original system, and Ansem modified me, too.
Just no Tactics
So,
Ogre.
that makes
Oh,
him my user.
Tactics Ogre is like
But Ansem is
the weird
also
cousin
the
of
one who
Final Fantasy
brought back
Tactics,
the
isn't it?
MCP.
I always hear them
The
spoken about
Ansem I first knew
together.
wouldn't do that.
Those two and Vagrant Story. I
I'm
don't know anything
sorry I
about
didn't
Vagrant
tell you.
Story except the main character's name
That's
is
okay,
Ashley
but
Riot, which is
now
a
I really don't get it.
super dope name.
I don't understand it either. But I think
Patapon?
users like you are going to be the ones who
You're a
will finally
Patapon.
figure it
What in the
out.
world is that?
You have the ability to take illogical routes and still arrive at the answers you seek.
I gotta admit, Mel, I'm kind of
Before the
curious
MCP's
which of those
attacking
4
up again.
games I listed you liked. It better be Kingdom Hearts, or I'm revoking your membership somewhere. I'm gonna talk to somebody in the authority power. You ain't about to just run around here not liking a Kingdom Hearts game. Not with the reputation you have. I'm not gonna allow it. You best figure it out, bucko.
Any data you need from the DTD can be accessed directly through my user's terminal. I'll keep a dedicated access channel open for you.
See, Joe, I wanted to go there with you, but I feel like I distinctly recall Mel being a fan of Dissidia Final Fantasy.
Access channel?
And frankly, if you ask me between the two, I feel like I probably lean toward Dissidia. I like playing Birth by Sleep better on the PS4 than the PSP.
It's how we stay connected.
Whereas with Dissidia, I vastly preferred playing it on the PSP
My
than the
friends
PS4.
are the new password.
Thanks, Tron. Take care.
You too. And give my best to the users.
Tron's a good boy. Photon debugger.
Well, that's that.
Look.
Tron, hang in there.
So, where do we
Imagine not
start?
liking Kingdom Hearts.
I know. Let's access the DTD.
The king's checking the situation in town. He'll be back soon, so don't worry. Hey, look. It's asking for a password.
That's easy. It's
Sora!
Donald!
Goofy.
That's to the point.
Well,
That did it. We're in. I have to go into town. Need to see what that last shakeup did.
you're not gonna check out the data? It wasn't exactly easy to get.
I'm coming right back. Hey, Sora. Why don't you get started unloading the data and copying it down? It's just a few keystrokes. Easy, right?
Could Squall use computers in FFA? Yeah, they were part of his classroom. He had to. It's where you get your first Guardian Forces. I mean, what the heck? Where's the king? Oh, I did it wrong. Sometimes remembering the order of this stuff is tough.
Can you walk?
Hey, these things take time, okay? Whoa, it's doing something.
I think it
Sora,
wants
on the
to
other
know
hand,
what we want
this
to
is
know.
his first time seeing a computer
Riku
ever in his
Kairi.
whole life.
No way. Even Ansem's computer doesn't know.
What's he doing?
I thought I'd ask the computer if it can tell us about them nobodies.
Goofy, on the other hand, pretty resourceful.
What's this?
The data is corrupt.
What?
How about the organization? There!
The data is corrupt.
Stupid computer.
Sora!
I'm a big fan of the idea
Who's
that
this
Sora
guy?
banging on the keyboard would
Well, I see
cause
you got things
the
working.
display to jumble around.
Majesty.
It has
Oh,
autocorrect, Joe.
the
It
computers
knows what he
tell us
means.
The things we need to know.
But it keeps on saying the data inside's all kerscuffled.
All we got is
Not a
picture
word,
of some
Goofy.
guy we don't know.
Not a word.
Ansem the Wise.
Come on, are you teasing us again?
Did you forget what Ansem looked like, Your Majesty?
Of course I do, and this is him. I'm positive.
Huh?
Excuse me, could you come this way, please? Look, this is Ansem. You know, the guy we all worked really hard to defeat.
Oh, that's right. I never finished explaining.
What?
Well, The man in the picture is definitely the one who tried to take over Kingdom Hearts. The one you fellas defeated. But what you actually fought was his Heartless. You see, he wasn't really handsome.
Fucking
He
Mickey
just
Mouse
went around telling
explaining it
everybody
to
that he
you
was.
for babies. Mickey is the king of Disney Castle.
You mean...
I don't know if we're told his ascension to royalty. We visit Disney Castle
went through all
in
that
the
trouble to defeat
oldest
an
game in the
imposter?
series so far.
Yup, a
No,
fact,
that's not
but
true. I
he
guess I
still
shouldn't
had
say
to be
that.
stopped.
Because Mickey's king in Birth by Sleep, but I just remembered
Oh,
Union
I'm
Cross
kind of
and
confused.
all of the
If
mobile
he's
stuff.
a fake, then what happened to the real Ansem?
I
Well, that's just what
don't
I'm
think
trying
Mickey
to
is
figure
alive
out.
yet in Union Cross. Mel, mobiles, weigh in.
Ansem the Wise should know all about Organization 13's plans and what's been happening to the world.
Yeah, Mickey's king.
I'm pretty sure he'll give us some help. You know, I came close to finding him once.
Don't tell me there's more. I'm lost enough as it is.
Well, let's see. Some feller named Ansem, who wasn't really Ansem, became a Heartless. Does
Mickey,
that
Donald,
mean
Goofy are in Union
nobody
Cross?
got created when that happened too?
Was Mickey king at the time?
Yup,
Was there
and
a
that
clue?
nobody is the leader of the organization.
What?
I know I've met this fake Ansem before, and I've seen the leader of Organization 13 too.
Having two
Kinda felt
Ansems
like
is
being around
unquestionably a
the same
retcon of the events of
So,
KH1.
where did you meet this guy?
God,
That's true.
I can't remember. Ansem the Wise, the real Ansem, must know the imposter's true identity. That's why I've got to find him and ask him about it.
You started all of this.
And frankly, I'm actually
Because
not
of you,
big on it.
Riku and Kairi.
I think
Oh,
Ansem being a
Your Majesty,
well-meaning
do you
scientist
know
who
where
got too
Riku
far
is?
in the darkness and unleashed havoc on the world
He's-
is actually better.
I'm sorry, I can't help.
You
Really,
unironically
Your
love the Heartless
Majesty?
Nobody idea? Me
Are you
too.
sure?
I'm sorry, Sora.
What about Kairi? Organization 13 might have kidnapped her.
Oh no!
You're not even sure if the...
Sora.
Mel, you're not helping the Kingdom Hearts is not convoluted argument right now. What are we talking about?
I was planning to go get help from Ansem the Wise, but now I know I forgot the most important thing. Helping others should always come before asking others for help. We're safe and sound and free to choose. So there's no reason we shouldn't choose to help our friends. Let's look for Riku and Kairi together.
Outside!
Sounds like we gotta start by helping out here.
When I tell you how excited as a child I was when I thought mistakenly you were going to get the chance to fight with King Mickey, I was elated. The sequence still bangs, don't get me wrong. The next hour or so of this game is high quality, high caliber Kingdom Hearts content, but it didn't deliver what I thought it was going to deliver. Which is funny because KH3 would actually, I think, we're talking about comparing them, which I guess is evident based on the Keyblade Graveyard. KH3 would have let you fight with
Hear
Mickey.
me, my heartless.
Might have let you fight
Attack
as
the
Mickey.
white husks. Sweep them away.
So yeah, this is easily top 3 video game sequence of all time.
I
Yes.
don't know about you, but I'm out of here, sister.
You pathetic coward.
All top 3 are actually Graha moments. No. Graha isn't in the top 3 Final Fantasy XIV sequences featuring a capital.
Heartless. Leave the white ones. Turn your attention to Sora and his friends.
Uh-oh!
Oh, what the hell? Why do they just fall in line? Ah, that would have been cool. Imagine if this game was made in like 2016 instead of 2006. They might have had stop the technology to let the Heartless and Nobodies actually fight each other instead of just stop. Oh my gosh, stop. Those dancer Nobodies are awful, awful creatures. Anyway, they're with Demics. They're dancers. They don't throw chakrams at you, but they are awful. This little big red guy is awful too. Nobody likes him. Just a terrible human being, this guy. You like Graha and he is dating your captain. And he ain't dating mine, so he ain't getting him to top 3 video game sequences. It's sorry, there's nothing I can do.
Where's Maleficent?
Looks like she ran away.
Well, that was pretty lame of her.
I guess we picked the wrong side.
Lame was supposed to be a chivalry.
Lame.
Lame this other. So I figured she'd be okay to tag along with the goblins because she seemed that way. Treasureless wings or something. I thought this was
Hey, if you're looking to pick sides, why don't you pick Leon's? They can always use help.
Does this Leon have any treasure?
Yeah, lots of stuff.
Perfect!
Come on.
Who are you?
Oh, we're nothing worth mentioning.
Just 3 treasure fanatics.
Later, taters!
Why are they small and flying again?
Did Leon really have any treasure?
You know, they wanted to use the Final Fantasy X too, you know. Why not? Yeah, girl power. There you go.
We don't have time for you.
Bap. Bap.
And Sephiroth.
Ain't Sephiroth the one who's supposed to be the dark part of Cloud's heart?
Did Cloud tell you that? Then he must understand now.
Just what are you gonna do to him?
Nothing. Cloud is the one who hungers for darkness.
He said he's got a score to settle with you.
I see. He wants to meet me again. Then I should give him what he wants. That last bit of light is always the hardest to snuff out.
Whatever, geek. I beat you level 2. Nobody has to listen to you. That was pretty cool, though. This is open now. You see that hole, guys? That leads to the Cavern of Remembrance. Yozora ain't coming nowhere near this for like another 6 hours. Leave me alone. What do you mean do the whole cave right now? I actually can't because there's a part where you would need to have final form and or glide. So even if I actually wanted to, I couldn't.
We'll help.
Sora, behind you!
What?
It's not a gate. The Cavern of Remembrance, of its many gimmicks, one of them is like you need the various movement abilities to get through the area. So like you need high jump for a part, you need quick run for a part. That includes glide. These nobodies are terrible. They're just literally awful. That little attack where they run at you is unblockable, by the way. So your only recourse is to dodge. I'm not going to say this encounter was harder than Demix, but I am going to say that I understand why you would say this encounter is harder than Demix. This part right here is atrocious, by the way. There's too many of them. And each of them has the option to do that attack to you, and it deals so much damage. Dancers are horrible.
Bailey. You better head over there.
Got it.
That is the Cavern of Banger Tracks, actually.
Whoa.
Kiraga. That's the only action-related thing we will ever see Aerith do. Which really, like, as a child, not having played Final Fantasy VII, I had no concept, and I was just like, oh, whatever, Aerith's the healer. Finding out she was a full-fledged playable character in combat and everything, I was like, well, how come they didn't let her? Like, why is it okay to fight Yuffie and not her? And Tifa in this game as well. The dances are just floopy doopy. 100% true. This cutscene rules, I'm not going to speak through it.
Think you can handle this many?
Well, might be tough if one more shows up.
Then that'll have to be the one I take care of.
What? You're fighting too?
The amount of raw fan service in that cutscene is off the charts.
Sephiroth!
I understand that you've been looking for me.
How much Cloud Leon pick is that?
Once I
2
get rid of
million.
you, the darkness will go away.
Can you do it? That darkness.
They got their lines
comes from your
reversed.
own dark memories.
You think?
Do you think you can erase
Being
your
kind of
past?
insecure is pretty big to Squall in FF8. I feel like being a little cocky and making a
Face it.
joke is more Cloud's alley.
You turn your back on the present and live in the past.
Neither of those boys is actually
Because the
cool. They're
light
just
of the
pretending.
present is
100%
too
true.
much.
Earlier today, a
don't
friend
know
linked a
me.
video of someone fighting Arsene midway through the fight. They took a selfie. Listen, watching someone who's
I
great at
know.
Cage 3 do stuff like that is
Because
so fun.
I am
Because
you.
they can do that. I've absolutely seen, more than just like seeing someone do an insane combo, stop the fight, take a picture, and then dunk whatever boss they were fighting. It's so fun. Bap, bap, bap. Tifa rules, in case anyone forgot or was unaware.
Leon, everybody, hang in there.
I thought to save my drive meter, but I don't need it. Try to get some experience on Valor. That deep sigh, like, okay, So my brain was, I want to level up the drives. I'm going to need them later. 2, I'm probably going to do some grinding off stream for these guys so that I can still do all of the content of this game. 2, all the content of this game includes the Mushroom Organization. And I remember the Mushroom Organization, and I got preemptively mad. I'm going to be honest with you guys. This game has some minigames that are truly some of the meanest minigames in KH history, and I don't want to do them a second time. I had to do them once already in life, and frankly, I thought once was enough. We're going to have to talk. Level Monk so I can do Tifa's cool attack? Absolutely not. You said you don't want a Keyblade class, you just want a class that fights like Sora. Not me. I want a Keyblade class. I'm not... no way, Yoshida. You don't get half credit with me, bucko. You better do it. Pull it off. I don't want to hear none of that. I want a Keyblade class, or I ain't going. $150. I could do that. This seems useful. I used... oh, whatever. What we're not going to do is equip an elixir, because we don't need an elixir. This is standard mode. Everyone say it together. This is standard mode. The new Monk mobility move in 6.0 looks cool. Yes, it does. The instant transmission, super rad. Alright, let's go fight Demix. KH rules. Yes, it does. You have no memory of Shroom 13 other than grinding Valor and limited Agrabah?
You've got to go find Riku and Kairi.
You don't remember number 8 outside Yen's tower?
Worry. There's already lots of help here. We'll take care of this fight.
But I promised Leon.
Donald, Goofy, take Sora and get going.
Riku, Kairi, give me a little time, okay?
Your Majesty!
We understand. We'll go search for Riku and Kairi.
Right. Watch for danger.
You be careful too!
Wait, you guys!
Sora, do as you're told.
You're coming with us whether you want to or not.
Come on, Sora. You gotta be good.
Gotcha.
Well then, skedaddle.
Let's go.
Whoa!
You either are way better at Mushroom 8's gimmick than me, or you're suppressing the memory.
I'm sorry, Your Majesty.
And I'm jealous of you either way.
Hope you can forgive us.
It is in Sora's nature that he would want to fight with his friends and not flee. Ah. This is a Final Mix cutscene, by the way. Another being the password is very funny. For those of you who are unaware, as you know, the organization member names are an anagram of their name with an X in it. Xehanort's, however, is an anagram of actually two different things, one of them being another, and the other being no heart. Kind of funny. This cutscene is 5 million years long because it shows you, like, whoever animated this was proud of themselves. So you have to watch them just walk, walk, and walk, and walk. I've never noticed the organization's boots. They look pretty cool, actually. I would want to wear them in Final Fantasy XIII. You met Sora's mom, Jill. We played Kingdom Hearts 1 on stream. No excuses. Read the lore. Very proud of this walking, by the way.
Master Ansem, regarding the experiment I presented the other day, with your permission, I'd like to proceed.
I forbid it! Forget this talk of doors and the heart of all worlds. That place must not be defiled.
But Master Ansem...
Defiled.
I've been thinking...
They are not. Those thoughts are best forgotten.
Yes, Mel, I do remember that awful quiz, and I'm mad about it. They don't ever elaborate on this secret room having a bunch of cells, by the way. Let me tell y'all, Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix throwing this at us was a what?
It has been far too long, friend.
Is it possible the unnamed girl was kept in one of those cells? You referring to the girl who is friends with Sykes and Axel? Yes.
Zaxian! Zaxian!
It's not made clear. This cutscene takes place in the past.
Is it?
Vexen and Zexion are
Where
dead.
is Lord Xemnas?
It takes place in the past.
Usual spot? The Chamber of Repose?
Yes. Go and see for yourself.
That isn't funny! I suppose I have no choice but to wait. But the clock is ticking.
Vexen is just constantly giving out, isn't he? That's his character.
Why is he never
Constantly
around
whining
when I
about
need
something.
him? It's almost as if he knows I'm looking for him.
You know, I don't like that place either. What about you, Zexion? What do you think?
I think eavesdropping is intrusive. Why are you even here? You and Zaldin were tasked to recruit new members. Have you forgotten, or were you procrastinating?
As if. I'm doing
As
my
if.
job. I'll have you know, I found one just yesterday. Mar something. That puts the organization's count at 11.
This is how
Since
you
I've been
know
working
we're
so
back in
hard,
time.
I had Lexius take my place for the day. I want to rest up for tomorrow, so I can wake up feeling nice and refreshed.
Yes, it is, Jill, but not
Is
yet.
that so?
Calm down.
Well then,
We
I
still got
will
like
leave you to
10
it.
more games before we get
I
there.
have work to catch up on. Good day.
Oh, don't be like that. Come on, stay and talk.
Mel?
Isn't it time you told me about Xemnas' secret? How long ago was it? When a bunch of warriors wielding key-shaped swords appeared and unleashed a spectacular battle. And when it was all over, all that was left was a man lying unconscious without his memories.
This is lore. This is like, this actually gets to Cage 3.
Was found by Ansem right around then, wasn't he?
Your point?
The Chamber of Repose. If you recall, that's where we spent our time researching the darkness that resides within people's hearts. It's a graveyard, that was sealed by order of Ansem the Wise. The first thing Xemnas did once he got rid of him was to undo the seal and build a room in the back. Ever since then, he holds himself up in that room when he can, and he talks to someone. But who? For all I know, he's the only one in that room.
Need I repeat myself about
Jill, nobody is
eavesdropping?
answering that question, or so help.
Not eavesdropping. Couldn't hear what they were saying. Dying to find out what it was, though. You wouldn't know anything about it, would you?
I know I would very much like to focus on my own duties. As you should with yours. For we need to prepare the new facility immediately. But there are only 11 of us in the organization. We're going to need a few more hands on deck.
What new facility? Oh, you mean Castle Oblivion. What does Xemnas plan on doing with that place, anyway?
He already shared his intentions with us.
But did you know there's something he didn't share? The Chamber of Repose is part of a pair. The Chamber of Waking is the other. Another graveyard, if you want to call it that. It was constructed by someone other than Xemnas himself. And that's where he'll find it. That's where he'll find his other friend.
This is all Birth by Sleep lore. Sometimes with Kingdom Hearts, when they do stuff like this, it's like set up for a future thing, or sometimes it's just being ominous for being ominous' sake. But the secret ending at the end of KH2 is Birth by Sleep. Birth by Sleep was not the next game to be released, but the one after. And Birth by Sleep actually explains all of that good stuff.
Hey, you guys are looking lively.
Scram!
Didn't we catch you messing around in the underworld?
Scram.
How'd a wimp like you get into
Maybe
organization
can I start
14?
Wordle with that tomorrow? SCRAM. Scram.
I bet you can't even fight.
Yeah, but we can.
You shouldn't judge anyone by appearance.
Demix's hair is unacceptable.
Oh, I told them they were sending the wrong guy.
Who is this kook?
Remember, the organization's made up of nobodies.
Right. No hearts.
Sort of calling that man a
we
kook
do
is
too
out of
have
control,
hearts.
actually.
Don't be mad.
You can't trick us.
Silence, traitor.
Dance, water, dance!
I'm being traumatized. I'm pretty sure this was in the era where I was old enough to be watching YouTube videos on how to beat Demix because he was that hard. Like it. I disagree, but okay.
Dance, water, dance!
It's Stitch! Stitch's dope thing is that he will actually fill your MP bar for free when he goes over there and licks it. It is something you kind of need him to do. Yeah, there it is. You can also do that, but mostly it's the MP thing. As you can imagine, having basically infinite MP is just a cheat code. I want to make sure I get the summon experience, so I'm gonna MP Stitch out because we're about to. Yeah, Demix is a geek when I don't have 2 hit points. This guy is what Bard should be? Okay, I don't know about all that. If I don't one-shot this guy, I had to turn him a key. I didn't know my badge was on the line. When you join the organization, do you think there's training on how to be dramatic? Yes. There was a tutorial in Days, and I'm pretty sure that was absolutely on the list. I think Vexen teaches it.
Anyone from the organization who'd like to be next?
Hey, Sora! Do not antagonize him.
You didn't think I was going to crunch him?
We gotta go help our friends out first.
Oh, sorry.
Then let's go!
Aha! There you are!
Uh-huh!
You sure have lots of friends to help. So, I guess we better all pull together and finish this battle for good.
Yes, Your Majesty! Look out! Wow!
Goofy!
No.
Hey! You're the king's captain! You gotta get up!
Come on, wake up!
I'm sorry about the ice cream!
Goofy?
Goofy!
This is not happening. It can't be happening. It can't.
They'll pay for this.
Bro, when it said he surrendered his equipment, I bit. I mean, I know you guys are all adults now and you're all cool, but as a kid, I bit. I was like, Goofy really died. That's crazy. Kingdom Hearts 2 is really taking things to the next level. I was sad. I like Goofy. He's my friend. And I wanted to beat up the Heartless for killing him. Now, I can go, okay, obviously Goofy was never going to die in this video game. What are you even talking about? Hi, Yuffie. Now that I'm not at risk of dying to everything, fighting with the Final Fantasy characters is actually a really rad sequence. Just figured I'd throw that out there. They're pretty strong. I don't know if Yuffie's all that strong, but like, as you can see, Squall's pretty good to go. If I just stay out of his way, he'll actually kind of take care of this. Goofy is cool. Reaper gets a who to what? Are you okay? You didn't buy it, huh? I wasn't a skeptic at the tender age of 11. I just believed things out of hand. Hold, please. I apologize. Phone calls have become important to me. I gotta take them. Why? Let me take you guys the news. Take you guys the news. It looks like I bought a place. Looks like I bought a condo. 2-bedroom. I'm finally rolling that fall down the hill.
You know, that really hurt.
Aw, Goofy.
Of course, Your Majesty. I get bumped on
So
the
now,
head all
when I
the
get a phone
time.
call, I gotta pick it up to make sure everything's going okay.
That hurt too.
Donald getting angry instead of sad is way more his character. Well, I mean, I think the narrative beat is supposed to be like Goofy has fallen and we're upset for our friend, but there are thousands of Heartless crawling over Hollow Bastion right now, and if we don't go back up, Leon and the others, they're going to die too. That sounds very dramatic because I'm talking about Kingdom Hearts, but that's what they want you to buy in for this bit. That, like, you're making the conscious decision here to go and leave Goofy where he is and back up your friends, because we don't have time for that. Banger track. I guess it's redundant to say that about Kingdom Hearts. Square Enix was banger track after banger track after banger track. That wasn't a cute exaggeration either. What, for those of you who are new here, or maybe don't remember the last time we did this, I am in fact about to fight 1,000 Heartless as just Sora. So, like, it's a shoot. You have to remember to give Goofy all his stuff back. Or never do, because it doesn't matter. But I do, because Goofy's my friend and I like him. No items, though. He's okay with items. Toward the end game, once you have like 1,000,000 of everything, I'll usually give Donald and Goofy like mega potions and mega elixirs, because even if they use those stupidly, I still get them.
What's with them?
Hey,
That's the guy who's got Ansem.
You mean it's his nobody?
The leader of Organization 13.
Wait a minute. Now I know. Wise Ansem, I'm here to seek your advice.
I'm glad we have the opportunity to speak like this, my friend. I'm intrigued by your hypothesis, and I'm finding it difficult to stave off the urge to test it. Still, I'm concerned about the stability of the worlds.
Yup, that's what worries me too.
The doors that appeared, the place the heartless seek. I fear my research may have brought this upon us.
Master Ansem, regarding the experiment I presented the other day, with your permission, I'd like to proceed.
I forbid it! Forget this talk of doors and the heart of all worlds.
Literally Hades.
That place must not be defiled.
But Master Ansem, I've been thinking...
Master Ansem. Shut up.
Xehanort. Those
Your name's
thoughts are
Xehanort.
best forgotten.
Now I remember. Xehanort, Ansem's apprentice.
That's sinister grin.
The leader of Organization 13 is Xehanort's nobody.
Let's go! Move it!
He got what Xehanort to the way.
Right!
Cage 3 has some great sequences, and it lets you do this, but I'll always just be sad because they've shown the concept art for this scene, and it featured like behemoths from Kingdom Hearts 1, which actually are nowhere in this game, and other Heartless. They really wanted this to be like you versus 1000 Heartless to be this really cool thing, and the PS2 just couldn't do it. So you are facing, 500 of one kind of Heartless and 500 of another. And they're not even, like, iconic Heartless or anything, They're, like, fine. The sequence is still neat, if only for the, like... my brain can't... The novelty is where that's right. The novelty of fighting literally 1000 Heartless, but... My heart will always be a little sad knowing what they wanted and the fact that they just couldn't get it. Interesting. The question of will I die here is interesting. I feel like the answer is no. Donald could not beat 1000 Heartless. Well, him and Goofy are maybe doing 150. Leave them alone. They're doing their best. You big bully. What was that a flip for this? Minamoto hadn't existed yet. Interesting. I always forget. Strike rate in Cage 1 has iframes. In Cage 2, absolutely doesn't, and I forget that. I use it to kill Sephiroth, I think, at level 2. I was terrified. Cage 2 is a better game than Cage 1 because there are no behemoths, Yes! My reflexes aren't always good enough for that. Yeah, I mean, okay, I think if they could really have gotten the chance to do this, like, the way they wanted to in their vision, I think it would have been, like, Shadows, these guys, Neo Shadows, and then it would have, like, the 1000th Heartless would have been a behemoth. Like, it would have kind of escalated, you know what I mean? But that's just me, as a fan who likes the series, talking, really. I don't know. You are right that, like, I couldn't be here with, like, those big red guys who take a whole, like, 3 combos to kill, because then it would be tedious. Interesting. Oh, these guys weren't loaded. It's still a cool sequence, don't get me wrong. And frankly, the PS2 managing to do 1000 is pretty good on the PS2, but I don't know. There are sometimes when I see, like, concept art or I hear about something that, you know, deleted scene from a movie or something, and I'm like, well, I'm glad that didn't make it, because that would have sucked. But this is one thing I'll always remember, like, learning about as a kid and thinking, like, oh, man, imagine if they had, like, you know, imagine if this had come out on the PS3 and they could have done it. It would have been so cool. You wonder how many they render at once? It's not 1000, I'll tell you that much. Sorry, is wrecking these fools? I think you bringing up D&D makes me earlier means I'm allowed to bring it up now. We talked about, like, there's something to a good squash fight. Like, there's something to all these guys die in, like, a combo at most. So it makes Sora come off as, like, really cool that you're just shredding these guys. You know, like, you gotta have those moments. You gotta have your middle of the road guys where it's like a back and forth and you beat them. You gotta have your really hard guys where it's like an epic tale, so you feel great when you win. And then you gotta have your geeks so you can just beat up. Because it's cool to feel strong.
Where's the king?
Not.
Come on!
Rio didn't fight no 1000 sailors. The key fought like 72 or some kind of like goofy number.
Xehanort!
How long has it been since I abandoned that name?
Jesus is
Out with it, nobody! Where's Kairi? Where's Riku?
How long has it been since I abandoned
I know nothing of any Kairi. As for Riku, perhaps you should ask your king.
Why would he say that? You know who Kairi is. Don't you start.
He's gone.
Did Mickey dive after him? Through the portal? He did.
What's going on?
Way to fall right into their trap.
Axe.
Come on, it's a setup by Organization 13. Xemnas is using you to destroy the Heartless. That's his big master plan.
Xemnas?
The guy you just saw. He's their leader. Got it memorized? Xemnas.
Organization 13 wants to get rid of the Heartless?
Man, you're slow. Every Heartless slain with that Keyblade releases a captive heart. That is what the organization is after.
So what are those guys gonna do with your hearts?
I'm not telling.
Tell us!
You You're the one who kidnapped Kyrie.
Bingo. The name's Axel. Got it memorized?
Where is Kyrie? Please, just tell me.
Look, about Kyrie, I'm sorry.
Axel.
Uh-oh.
We'll ensure he receives the maximum punishment.
That sounded a little too sexy for me, Bucko. I don't know if
I don't care about any of that.
Shout out to Sora.
Just let me into the realm of darkness, okay?
Got it memorized.
If it's Kyrie you're worried about, don't. We're taking very good care of her.
Take me to her.
Is she that important to you?
Yeah, more than anything.
Show me how important.
Please.
So you really do care for her?
This is a wild cutscene, actually. It's pretty sadistic.
The answer's no.
You rotten!
Are you angry? Do you hate me? Then take that rage and direct it at the Heartless.
For what you might say about Kingdom Hearts, I actually think this particular plot wrinkle is really neat, like a really cool idea. That Sora knows he has to fight the Heartless. He can't just let them run rampant on people and destroy them and sink worlds into darkness. He has to fight them. But now he also knows that doing that helps the organization. He's now fighting two enemy factions, and fighting either of them is only to the benefit of the other. That's pretty cool. That's a neat wrinkle for a game that's normally pretty straightforward.
What in the world do you think you're prattling on about?
Cyrix is literally a gremlin. He even has pointy ears.
Kingdom Hearts belongs to me.
He's a goblin.
The heart of all kingdoms. The heart of all that lives. A dominion fit to be called Kingdom Hearts must be my dominion.
Maleficent, no! No more Heartless!
I do not take orders from you!
Fool.
Oh no!
While I keep these creatures at bay, you devise a way to vanquish them forever.
Maleficent.
Do not misunderstand me. I shall have my revenge on you yet.
Maleficent!
Leave now.
I don't take orders from you.
But what about...
Now then, where did we leave off?
Huh?
Maleficent does do a semi-face turn for this game.
The Heartless ally with
Heavy on the semi.
strongest. Yes, Sora. Extract more hearts.
Just evil. Yes, sir. Extract more hearts.
No! The hearts!
She got dogpiled. It's not really a face turn. She's more being an anti-villain at this point. But
do if I can't use the
it'd be like that.
Keyblade?
Imbeciles. You can't be trusted to do anything.
Huh?
I just like to imagine Maleficent like made her retreat to her evil castle, and she's like, "All right, fine," and then she looks out the window and it's like, "What the? You still there?"
Sora! Donald! Goofy!
Relax. Those three aren't going down that easily. The Keyblade's chosen one. He's a lucky kid.
See you soon.
Sora knows the truth now. The more Heartless that he defeats, the closer he is to becoming our perfect puppet.
I feel like I can tell who's who by the way they're sitting. Luxord, Zigbar,
This
Zaldin
new
in that order.
knowledge will make him that much harder to control.
What does it matter, really? Whatever his circumstances, Sora has never
Obviously,
been
I
able
can
to
tell
help
them by
himself
voice.
from saving people from the Heartless. It's what his pure little heart wants.
There. The dice have been cast. Things are in motion. He can't stop this.
Nothing is set in stone. If the dice aren't in your favor, you will share Demyx's fate.
The fun is in not knowing, isn't it? What is the point of betting on something if you already know the outcome?
Are you sure that defeating him won't derail the organization's plan?
If he is to die so easily, he is of no use to us.
Listen to that voice.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. It's not in my nature to hold back.
I guess sometimes help comes from unexpected places.
Sure does.
What is Luxord's deal? We don't know. Who is that guy? We don't know. Why is he in Quadratum? Don't get me started.
Everything we've done, maybe it was all for nothing. What am I supposed to do if I can't use the Keyblade?
Imbeciles! You can't be trusted to do anything.
Huh?
What's this place?
It must be the realm of darkness. Kairi! Riku!
What? Who's there? What is it?
Are you sure you want to open that? Gorge! It's the gang from Twilight Town. There's Hayner, Pence, Olette, and,
Roxas.
Yozora?
No. The name just popped into my head. This is Roxas.
Are you sure you want to eat that?
Salty? No. Sweet?
Not yet. I gotta look for Kyrie.
A photo and some ice cream. Wonder if there's some sort of clue. And who would have left them for us anyway?
Riku?
You think?
Just this feeling I got.
Yeah, well, I was there.
Hey, what if the Heartless are back again? I can't use the Keyblade. That would only help the organization.
But Sora, I think
I did not try to make salt ice cream at home. I wasn't confident in my ability.
hurting folks.
I feel like it's a shame we didn't get more Generation 13 meeting scenes. Very true. And FF14. Hold on, wait a minute. Wait. Mel is referring to the secret ending of Kingdom Hearts 3. No, she's not. She's referring to the end of Kingdom Hearts 3's DLC, which is not... Anyway, it has nothing to do with Cage 4. Luxord's not in that one. It's also a lot how they refer to the Keyblades together in 1 and 2. Well, like... You're... So, like, Sora is meant to be the special one. He's, like, the Keyblade's chosen wielder. But even in Cage 1, there was more than one of them. And we certainly have more than one of them in Cage 2. So, like, you're not really supposed to focus on that. I have many things that I could do. We can do second visits now. I can go do Winnie the Pooh. We can do Tron, I think. There's a lot on the table here. We can do Pirates. We could do Ariel. I'm pretty sure this is Under the Sea, and that's just going to get the whole thing taken down. So, why don't we land at Land of Dragons? Well, how much time we got left in the stream? Yeah, I don't know. Let's land at the Land of Dragons. Watch the trailer on stream? I could do that, I suppose.
I wonder how
I'm gonna start
everybody's
crying.
doing.
Wait!
I was so mad the day it released when the only trailer they would upload was the whole thing with the mobile games. Like, could no person on Earth just upload just the Cage 4 part? I guess the fuck not.
I'm following him too.
Then let's go.
Mulan's here. I want guard breaks, so I gotta do whatever is necessary to get that equipped. God bless. Do I have any AP boosts? No. That's unfortunate. Very importante combo ender right there. Turn in some synthesis items. Still can't make none of this. First time using Master Form. What's Master Form's movement ability? Aerial dodge. You're in. These gives you iframes. You're invulnerable when you do this, plus you get a little extra height on your jump. Aerial dodge is very useful. For whatever reason, Master Form levels up by collecting drive orbs. It's not a good system. What if we get live action Mulan World? Didn't live action Mulan like insanely flop? Emma Watson, Beauty and the Beast. I don't think that flopped, but I don't remember thinking too many people liked it either. I remembered, so I'm going to do this because I remembered that what happens next. Drive gauge isn't like the hardest thing to build, and I've especially noticed I've had a pretty solid time, and I've got the Oathkeeper equipped and all. Yay! But it's kind of tough to keep, so I just think of all the exploits to like keep it, and like one of the things that I remember, and I'm going to try not to botch it while I'm talking and getting excited over here, is the fact that this up here makes you play as solo Sora, so I'm going to get all this drive gauge back.
Looks like he got away.
How come you're after somebody from Organization 13?
What is that?
The guy in black.
One of the bad guys.
I knew it. There's a rumor in the Imperial City about a spy in black, lurking in the mountains. I'd been up here tracking him, but when you arrived, I lost him.
My bad.
Sorry.
Don't apologize, but I do wonder where he went.
Again?
Okay, first things first. Hey, you! Quit sneaking around!
Why is Master Form not purple when it's clearly meant to be the split difference between Valor and Wisdom? Why would it be yellow? Full drive form back, by the way. On the level of what I was talking about them including both the Heartless and the Nobodies and letting them fight each other. Riku, or I'm sorry, this mysterious man with Riku's weapon and whatnot. He actually does damage the Heartless in this fight. And targets them, as you can see. He's really like only incidentally fighting you. I can't remember if this is a percentage of his health bar thing or a time thing. This fight was suffering for you? Why? I have no recollection of this from my race. Yeah, he doesn't have hitstone, that is true.
That guy. No. Why would he? Riku?
He mulched us? Us?
Are you okay, Sora?
I remember Zaldwin scaring me to death and not being as hard as I thought he was going to be.
He's gone.
What? You lost him?
Zaldwin was very tough
Anyway,
for a young
what
Yozora.
now?
I think that we better get rid of all the Heartless first.
What was that? Come on. We better get off the mountain.
Okay.
It's heading for the city. We've got to warn Shang.
Shang just got smoked. They still haven't rebuilt this place? Alright, well, you guys said you wanted to watch the trailer, so I'm going to stop here in the game. I'm going to stop here. This is me giving myself time to stop when I upload the VOD. And now we're going to watch the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer. That should be big enough. Give you guys audio. Oh, please. Turn the game off. Audio on. Alright. It's loud in my headset. Turn that down. This is a real life building. Like in Japan, this building exists. I am not at all entertaining this being Star Wars. in the face of overwhelming evidence, I don't care. I don't like Star Wars, so no. That doorbell got me because I thought it was mine the first time I watched this. I was like, why is the doorbell ringing when I'm watching Kingdom Hearts? This is Strelitzia. She's Marluxia's younger sister. She died in the mobile game. She's a mobile game character, so you don't have to care about her. Jeff told me KH4 was either not coming or far away. I said, the big place they teased is a place called Quadratum. KH4 is next. I was right. It's just so loud. It's hurting my ears. I have to turn it down. Darkseid's an iconic Kingdom Hearts enemy, obviously. You fight a Darkseid in KH1, 3, 4, Days, Chain of Memories. It's like shorthand for like Remember Kingdom Hearts. Sora's new fit is dope, by the way. Kingdom Key, iconic. Let's go. Flow motion. I was already mad as soon as I saw it because I was like, ew, I hate flow motion. This chain whip thing's neat. People were talking about this like, oh, look at this gameplay. And I'm like, this is a cutscene on rails. I don't know why we're pretending. This is how video games play. Like, still somehow in 2022, people are like, yeah, I'm sure the gameplay loop of the game is going to look like this. No, this is a boss fight. It's like, come on. There was one button press in all of that. Two people, a thing. The Master of Masters is probably one of them. Maybe the other is Ava, who I think we believe is with the Master of Masters. I was super pleased that the teaser was Donald and Goofy. They shouldn't be forgotten or left behind. They are as vital to Kingdom Hearts as anyone else. The Japanese voice being distinctly not James Woods, I actually wasn't, like, I didn't get it at first. And then I was like, oh, they're in the underworld. That's Hades. Olympus is going to be in every Kingdom Hearts game for the rest of time immemorial. What can I say? It rules. I mean, it's Kingdom Hearts 4. It looks beautiful. You think the other figure's too tall to be Ava? It's probably fine. How many times have I watched that trailer? Double digits. Reen, knock it off you. Like, when I said that's a cutscene, I mean, like, I don't doubt that if we get that boss fight in the game as it was presented there will be an action sequence like that in the game. But, like, that's a one-off sequence for that fight. And even then, the button presses in it just didn't seem that high to me. Versus, like, I don't know. I feel like people talk about these things like, look how crisp the gameplay is or look how smooth it looks. And, like, when you're just fighting a band of Heartless, when you're just, I don't know, grinding synthesis materials, you're not going to be doing, like, that's not anywhere near what it's going to look like. So it just doesn't mean as much to me. When I see gameplay like that, I just think, this looks really cool, the graphics look cool. I don't make any gameplay observations, but that's been a thing with me in the Kingdom Hearts community since KH3, where people watch cutscenes and make gameplay observations. I think that's silly. Let the game come out first. You know, like right now, the balance, people are like, what does this mean for Ninja? And the balance is like, leave us alone. We have no idea yet. That's what they should say. They don't know. But who am I kidding? It ruled. It was Kingdom Hearts 4. Everything about Kingdom Hearts 4 ruled so far. My girl Strelitzia. The patch is 5. Thank you guys for coming to check me out tonight. I really appreciate it. It's been a ton of fun. I love playing Kingdom Hearts 2. I will be back tomorrow, well, with raid reclears, first and foremost. Hopefully those don't take forever. And patch 6.1, guys. We made it. New patch after Endwalker. Endwalker's first patch. Let's see if it breaks the trend of patch 5.1 or X.1's usually not being that great. 6.1, let's do it. I'll see you guys then. Goodbye, and good night.